Hello there. No, it's... Hey out there, it's the old taxi vlog 48. 48 already, wow. You know, we just... in Canada it's a little different than in the United States. We have Thanksgiving kind of early. In fact, we just went through Thanksgiving weekend. It is now the 13th? Monday the 13th of October, yeah. Yeah, we have Thanksgiving weekend earlier than you do in the States, and so what happens is we have a long weekend right now in the middle of October. Long weekends are typically Fridays and Saturdays suffer a little bit, but either the Thursday is really busy or the Sunday is really busy, depending on which day people have off. The Sunday will be busy if people have Monday off, naturally, and the Thursday will be busy if people have Friday off. Now it's the aftermath. It's the Monday night. Monday night is going to be real quiet. It's not much going to be happening. In fact, well, last night I wanted to get through all my email and I wanted to get through some, view some videos, but I didn't get a chance because, well, let's start with what happened last night. Okay, I was under my light because I have seasonal affective disorder, so I had to get my, you know, brain chemistry working properly, and I had to be under my bright light. So what better way to spend time under the bright light is on your computer. So I was on my laptop, under the bright light, lying in bed, and the light went out. It went out about 5 minutes earlier than it was supposed to. That was not a good thing. The computer stayed on, but of course it wasn't communicating with the other computer, which is hooked up to the internet, because when the power goes out, the modem goes out, the other computer goes out, and this thing has nothing to talk to. So basically I was just about to send a comment on somebody's video, and I couldn't do it because, hey, I got shut down by a power outage. The power outage went from Parksville all the way down to Victoria. That's a good half of the area of Vancouver Island was out of power for an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. Anyway, so I figured, well, there's nothing to do on the computer now. I can't get on the internet, so I might as well take a shower, get dressed, and go to work, which is what I promptly did. Well, I got into this car and realized that I could not book onto the system, because obviously the system is run by a computer which is in our office, which runs on electricity. The only backup our office has is a telephone backup. They have an emergency battery system for the phones, so that the phones will ring for about half an hour after the power goes out, and after that there's bugger all. It's all dead. Okay, come on, thank you. Oh, these people, they can't drive. They can't anticipate what anyone else is doing, so they get in the wrong lane and then they want to cut in front of you, but you have to slow down to let them in. Yeah, anyway, enough of Victoria driving. I think I just digressed a little bit. Okay, yeah. So the power was out. The power was out. Everything was black. I couldn't get on the system. Oh, there's a Blance. Bye, Blance. Okay. Somebody probably had a heart attack or got sick or something. Oh, I gotta watch this traffic light here. So let me watch this traffic light. Oh, yeah. So the power was out. It was black. It was dark. I couldn't get on the computer. I couldn't get dispatched. I couldn't get on the system. What do you do when you can't get on the system? Well, you figure you flag, right? So I'd head down towards town, and I thought maybe I'd head towards town and do some flagging. Well, I didn't have to go very far. I went 2 blocks, and there was a guy at a bus stop waving at me, and he got in, and it was one of my regular customers, but his phone didn't work because the power was out, because he's on one of these wireless phone things and didn't have an old-fashioned phone you could plug it into the wall. So he just, instead of phoning, he thought he'd wait for the bus, but I came by, and I'm the guy who usually would get him at that time anyway and take him home. That's good. It works out. So I took the guy home, and the power's out. I'm still not on the system, and I clear, but you know, there's nothing working. And I don't drive but 2 blocks, and I get to a stop sign, and these 2 women from across the street start running at me. So I rolled down my window to find out what it's about, and they said, we had to be at the airport at 7 o'clock. So I'm looking at my watch here. It says it's 6:57. Oh, jeez. Well, okay, calm down, ladies. Get your bags. What time does your plane leave? They say, well, 20 to 8. Okay, 20 to 8, 20-minute drive to the airport. We'll be there at 20 after 7. And they said, well, we called a cab for 6:15, but it never came. And I said, well, I had to think about that for a little while. And they called for 6:15. Well, the dispatch was down. And did you call in advance for this cab? And they said, yeah, we did. Well, okay. Well, what happens is your call goes put into the system, and if the system is down, your call will not get sent to a car. So you're standing there on the curb waiting for a car that's not coming. It's not me, unfortunately. I'm off the grid because the system doesn't work. But yeah, I'll take you. No problem. So we really motored it out to the airport. We went from a place called Spencer Castle, which is at Cook and Kiwanis, if you're familiar with Victoria at all, out to the airport, and we did it in 18 minutes flat. We landed out there at 7:15. They were appreciative because boarding was at 7:20. So they managed to check in, and they probably got on their flight, and everything was great. I leisurely, meanwhile, came into town and grabbed a bite to eat on the way. You don't really care about that. Anyway, I leisurely came back into town. As soon as I hit the outskirts of town, I got a call, and I was busy all night. So I didn't get to look at a lot of stuff on the computer. I didn't get to answer much email, but I did have an hour at one point where I did look at a few things. However, I didn't get much done. 1 hour, what's that, you know? So, yeah, then I worked until the morning, and I thought, okay, in the morning now I'm going to have something to eat, and I'm going to relax and do my email and watch a few videos. Well, I think I got into one video that was about 15 minutes long, and I think I watched about 4 minutes of it, and I think I fell asleep because at around 9 o'clock, got home at about 7. At around 9 o'clock, Cindy came and took me by the hand and said it's time for bed. So I went to bed, and I slept until 5. So I slept from about 8 till about 5. That's about 9 hours of sleep. Oh man, the seasonal affective disorder is really getting to me, because usually I function on about 5 or 6. So, and this darkness and raininess doesn't help. So my energy level is kind of low, but tonight hopefully there's no business, and haven't seen any so far. Hopefully there's no business so that I can catch up on stuff on YouTube. And anyway, that's I guess a shorter one, and just saying that if the power goes out, sometimes your luck will just happen. Yeah, Taxi Vlog 48 instead of the doom and gloom of the last few. No mechanical problems, everything's going top shape. And just 5 weeks till vacation. Bye. You may be asking yourself, why did the power go out? Well, think about it. It's Thanksgiving. Everybody is cooking, baking, and basting turkeys, right? So if they're... Oh, don't beep at me. If everybody's baking turkeys and they all turn their oven on at the same time, it causes a peak overload and blows a transformer. Now you know why the power went out, or why. Now you know why I think the power went out. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I can't get the gonk out of my head. Fehquig.
Fehquig. Fehquig. Fehquig. Fehquig.
Fehquig.